recently made a tweet or a zeet or a skeet, whatever they're calling posts now on Elon's personal circle jerk site. I essentially said people who buy cards from trading card games they don't play should be jailed. Obviously a joke and over dramatization for comedic effect, but many people agreed. Why, you might ask? Because once again, investment bros can't contain their greed and are sucking all the joy and whimsy out of the world. Hi frogs, I'm Susu, and scalpers deserve a special place in hell for ruining our favorite children's card games.
Stop! Let go! These fingers never get the fuck off me, dog! Get off me! Get off!
That's why you make it 2 each.
The Pokemon 151 Blooming Waters box set just dropped, and if you're a TCG player, it should come as no surprise that soulless scalper scum have swarmed Costco's like flies to a rancid, bloating corpse. They infest our hobbies and infect it like a kind of disease only Kugoth the Plague Father could cook up. This takes me back to the days of yore when Black Friday deals were so good it was worth lining up outside a store and then trampling someone's grandma. Insane to once again see this kind of frenzy. It's like when Furbies just released and people were fighting to the death to get their hands on these cursed companions. Speaking of cursed companions, come join us at discord.gg/susujpeg to discuss the horrors of humanity, or get some cursed merch at susujpeg.com. I hate scalpers so much. I'll never forget how they ruined amiibos for everyone by making them like nigh impossible to get unless you wanted to shell out embarrassing amounts of cash. Or how they bought up the 2019 drop of the Magic the Gathering and My Little Ponies collab box set, inflating the prices when the original cost of the Ponies the Galloping box retailed for just $50. I paid $150 for the box because I was stupid and I didn't do my research, so I didn't realize the price was hyperinflated. Fool me once, I learned fast and was never swindled again. And luckily, my bestie Tasha bought me the latest secret layer drop from straight from the source, so I have the complete set. Take that, scalpoids. Also, the worst part is 150 would sadly now be considered a deal since online the box now goes up to like $300. Clearly, scalpers suck for everyone who is actually enjoying a hobby. They make the prices inaccessible to the average player, thus making it harder for people to simply have fun. And if that weren't sad enough, they make complete fools of themselves by stampeding through stores and duking it out over the right to resell cardboard. Let's all watch and laugh, but also cry for the poor employees that had to deal with this. Animals. Fight breaks out at a Costco between Pokemon scalpers. Oh boy, I hope it's to the death.
No running!
Why are you running? Is that meme still funny? Please laugh.
Oh my god. Híjole.
Oh my god, chill!
Glad I'm not one of those guys. Ha! Doesn't this make you feel better about yourself?
And go. What's up? You guys are not. Oh, don't run. It says no running. Scan your memberships. Man,
no running.
Opened it up to 2 lines. Oh, dang, don't run.
They got a light jog going though. Loophole.
Look at that. It's right here. It's right here in the front. Oh,
my god.
Hurry up. Get your 10. It's 5 per customer. Oh, five per customer? Oh, it's only 5 per customer.
I think they forgot how to count.
Dang, it's gone. That's it. That was it. It's over.
That was it?
Savages, all of ya.
Dang.
Oh, that was really quick. I'm sure that makes some of you guys feel better about yourself because it takes you much longer, right? Scalpers may be the worst thing to happen to the TCG community, besides BO, but they could easily be swatted away if companies simply offered more reprints. The Prismatic Evolutions box set is a perfect example of this. Scalpers exhibited the kind of greed not even the Bible could have conceived to warn us about by literally buying rooms full of this box set. I'm not exaggerating. The prices skyrocketed like the cost of groceries in Alaska. It was so bad, stores even resorted to vandalizing the boxes themselves in order to deter scalpers from trying to buy them. On January 15th, the official Pokemon TCG Twitter account posted the following message saying they were essentially aware of the scalping issue and printing more of the boxes to help combat this problem. This announcement made reseller prices go from this on January 13th, as reported by Twitter user Quick Panic, to this on January 15th, as reported by Twitter user Team Pokecolors. Reprinting works! Scalpers are defeated. The players are once again able to get and enjoy the cards, right? Kind of, but scalpers seem to always find a way to grab up these boxes, sometimes before they even reach store shelves. There's definitely problems going on with distributors doing these backdoor deals with scalpers, and these people need to also be held accountable so we can stop seeing insanity like this. The amount of boxes some of these scalpers are able to get their hands on is insane. Reddit users calculated that this scalper hoarded at least 504 Prismatic Evolutions boxes. The scalper is selling them for around 160 USD a piece when the official retail cost is only around $50, meaning they could make upwards of 80 grand if people bought from them. Many users suggested simply ignoring the seller to force them to eat the cost of their greed. In the wake of the Blooming Waters box insanity, Costco's have started taking precautions such as preloading carts to try and stop some of the chaos, as well as more extreme measures like limiting boxes to just 2 per customer. One even had preloaded carts and a number system to hand them out in order to do things in a more organized manner. I wonder how this chaos is affecting the Costco guy's natural habitat. Hopefully AJ, Big Justice, and the Rizzlers stay safe. Also, the horrors of reselling don't just stop at shady deals between distributors and card scalpers. Businesses are getting robbed for trading cards. A community member in my Discord alerted me to this fact by telling me that one of his trucker friends carries a firearm with him when on these card deliveries. Because people are aware of how lucrative scalping can be, there's those who resort to extreme measures to get their hands on the cards. In March 26, 2023, some absolute psychopaths crashed a truck into Captain Fish Collectibles, a card shop in California, and racked up over $1 million in damages and stolen goods. All this to get their hands on Pokemon cards. Last year, a 25-year-old Tulsa man was sentenced June 24th to 2 years and 3 months in prison for second-degree burglary of $50,000 worth of Pokemon and Magic the Gathering cards. Security footage captured the man using a rock to break into Dragon Slayer games in Tulsa around 4 a.m. on February 26, 2021. And blood found at the scene on shards of glass was able to further connect him to the crime. So not only does he have 2 years jail time, but also 3 years of supervised release and $298,000 restitution payment. And just a few months ago, on December 8th, 2024, Old Town Hobbies and Games in Albuquerque was robbed for up to $20,000 worth of Pokemon cards and damage. The store is only about 4 years old, and on average, most small businesses are likely to fail in their first 5 years, so this is a huge blow for them. Luckily, the community got together to help find the thief, who was a regular at the store. This is really tragic because local game stores, often referred to as LGS, are so important for the TCG community. LCS are where players go to meet with each other, to socialize, and to play the game. This is often where tournaments and sealed draft events are held, and all manner of TCG activities that keeps the hobby alive. This just shows how little scalpers care, not just for the games, but for the entirety of the communities built around them. Hey kids, we know you love playing Pokemon at this store, but it's closed because someone drove a truck through the building and caused millions in damages, so now you all have nowhere to hang out. Go back to your iPods and screens. Good luck not getting brainwashed. Scalpers have always been a problem, but as you can see in recent years, we have Dark Souls boss tier resellers thanks in part to the card pack opening craze that happened among streamers during COVID. Everyone was stuck at home, people were desperate for any form of entertainment they could get, and streamers were trying all kinds of different indoor activities to keep the masses hooked. One of the big trends during that period was Pokemon card pack opening. 2020 saw a big boom of streamers opening 90s card packs. Everyone loved the nostalgia factor of remembering when Pokemon cards hit millennial kids in the US like crack.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
There's also an element of gambling here because streamers are paying a lot for these old packs, hoping to get valuable cards to make the money they spent worthwhile. There's also the novelty of seeing someone drop insane amounts of money on cards, like the time XQC paid the equivalent of a teacher's salary on cards.
Not that crazy compared to 50K or compared to like 250K.
Especially because if you want to get it graded, it'll take 8 months. And by the time it gets graded,
That's a teacher's salary!
The packs now
Bitch!
will inflate the
The
prices.
teachers have summers off! Where the fuck am I at in the summer? Sitting in this crusty fucking chair trying to make you laugh!
With tons of popular content creators getting in on this, it wasn't long before card pack opening became a trend among creators big and small. The popularity of this type of content also increased the popularity of scalping. I'm not blaming the streamers for that, it's just that whenever something has a boost in popularity, demand for supply increases, and thus the resellers swarm. A while back, people were going crazy trying to find the One Ring card in the Lord of the Rings collaboration with Magic the Gathering, and due to booster pack opening being seen as trendy, many streamers didn't even do a little bit of research about this release, because if they did, they would have known you could only find the One Ring in the collector's boxes and not boosters, which many of them blew tons of money on. It's actually glorious that the One Ring card was found by a guy who has been a fan of the game since childhood, who then sold it to Post Malone for $2 million. He said this money was life-changing. That's what happens when you believe in the heart of the cards. So, on the one hand, it's great that people are becoming aware of and more interested in TCG, but when you get tons of people that just see it as a way to make a quick buck, it turns to shit. And you know what? I might sound like a petty asshole for this, but I've never been a fan of a lot of card opening content because a lot of the people doing this just send the cards off to be graded or sell them, or they just like collecting. All of these things are fine, you know, they're within their legal rights, but why should I care that they pulled a super cool card if they're never gonna put that card in a deck and play the game? The amount of card openers that will never play those ultra cool cards hurts my soul. Card games are for playing. I remember back in the day when we would play Pokemon TCG on the floor of a Toys R Us where they used to hold big Pokemon events for kids weekly. Any millennials remember that? Remember the little badge books they gave out? That was so fun. We were all playing with no mats and no sleeves and a goddamn rubber band holding our decks together. It was all about the fun of playing. No one was buying up all the cards and selling them for hundreds or even thousands of dollars a piece. No elitism, just the love of the game. I genuinely miss that sometimes when I'm sitting there double sleeving my Magic decks I paid a bunch of money for. And then, sometimes someone will snidely comment, "Of course you won. You have like a $4,000 deck." Okay, how else do you expect a Kozilek Commander deck to be viable without pouring racks into my insane mana rocks to be able to swing a 10 mana commander with Annihilator 8 by turn 3 at the latest? There's very little protection or counter spells for colorless. So we just got shit like Scour from Existence or All is Dust and Not of This World, and those all cost 7 mana. What choice do I have but to base boost my mana pool with every rock in existence and pray? Yes, it's toxic, but I like to win when I play CDH, so suck my balls and go play Pauper. Okay, I got a little heated there, but I'm passionate about my cardboard, okay? I want all these rich streamers to play more card games because they have all the best cards. Like, Look at this.
Look up. Got more. Here we go. Next one.
Yes, dude! Fuck yes, dude! Oh, you were right! Fuck yes! I've never pulled one. Oh my god! Gotta sleeve it, gotta sleeve it, gotta sleeve it. Gotta sleeve it! Gotta sleeve it!
That is minty, baby. Still packed fresh. She's still fresh. I'm shaking.
Pay Money Wubby pulls one of my favorite cards, the Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale, out of a $35,000 box. And you know what? Okay, good for him, because he does actually play the game and is a great asset to the MTG community. But if he doesn't make an obscenely toxic deck with this card and play it on stream, I will self-immolate. I don't care that the card is banned in basically all formats. Make it work, Wubby. Video's over. Fuck off.